All right, guys, now we're going to go through, I want to take you through a power clean. And one of the reasons I use a ball for the power clean is that during Olympic lifts or powerlifting, a lot of guys really try to use too much of, they try to muscle the weight too much up. And I talk about this a little bit in my blogs on the website. One of the things I really want to make sure these guys understand is that all they're doing is trying to throw the bar forward and then get underneath it. And then in a jerk position, they're throwing the ball up, and it's almost like I'm cheating the weight up. But I'm not. I'm using all my momentum transfer through my whole body. And that's really, originally when these exercises were created, it's all about just getting the weight up there in the best fashion possible without getting injured. And a lot of guys, especially some of my younger kids that are just learning how to squat, some of the older kids that maybe need some work on their squats, this is a great thing that I go through with them. So first one I'm going to go through, and the first progression of a power clean is a deadlift shrug. So I'm going to start with the ball here, and I call this is a sumo deadlift. Toes are out wide, arms are in the middle, and right around the ball, eyes are up. You're going to lift or deadlift up and make sure that they extend their legs and their back at the same time. So they're extending and then shrugging up. So that shrug is going to help get the weight. We're getting the weight up to this point and then bringing it up your body. So as close to your body as possible. Now the next part of this would be a deadlift, shrug, and then upright row. And the upright row is important because I don't want to, a lot of kids will reverse curl, or athletes will reverse curl the weight instead of actually using their shoulders and bringing it up their body or trying to get the weight up in a straight line. So in order to keep them from doing that, we want to learn the upright row. So in this position, I want to go deadlift, shrug, and upright row together. So I'm going to extend my back and legs at the same time, deadlift, shrug, upright row. So I'm up on my toes, throwing my hips forward. And that's really, again, that's a really important thing when you're talking about power cleans, is that we want a quick action of the hips going forward and then coming back for the catch. So I'm in deadlift position, forward, back. And that's my power clean. So I have to make sure I get the hips working quickly. So again, deadlift. So I'm going to extend my legs and back at the same time. Upright row. Now, the next phase of this is the catch. And when athletes are catching, it's almost like the bar, you're using all this momentum to get the bar up in the air, and you just have to get underneath it. And a lot of people will catch off balance, where we need the front squat. So, one of the tricks I use here is I'm going to deadlift, shrug, upright row, and let the ball go. So almost when you're cleaning, that bar is going to have a little hang time in the air. And then I want to get underneath it and stand up. And so the act of me falling down underneath the bar is the most important thing. So I'm throwing the bar forward and then falling underneath it. So I can do that with the ball pretty easily. Stay here, upright row, catch, stand up, finish my clean. Throw my hips, catch. So I let the ball go and catch it when I'm in that position. I'll show you one more time. Upright row, deadlift, shrug, upright row, and catch. And stand up. So you don't want to catch the ball too high. It's going to be right about here, right about chest height. They're going to let the ball go, and I want to hear them actually slap the ball. So their feet and their hands will slap at the same time. Now, the next phase, we go right to the clean and then to the jerk. And a jerk is sometimes mistaken for just a press overhead. And it's not a press. It's using your legs to throw or transfer momentum and get the weight up in the air, and then just extend your arms underneath it and stand up. So again, I might let the ball go and catch it high, because I want that idea of not muscling the weight up there. So I would go deadlift, shrug, upright row, catch, reset, and jerk. So I'm going to do the same. Okay, reset, make sure my feet are where they need to be, and then I'm going to actually go up and down twice, or down and up twice. So it's going to be down, I'm going to throw the bar or the ball up, and then come back down underneath it to catch it, and then stand up and I've got my jerk. So together again, it's going to be all those that combination of movements, and then I go down for the jerk, up, and stand up. And that's the clean and jerk.